So guys, hello, welcome back to a brand new video. This video is part 1 of the Seb Art 29 and we'll be starting on the wings. Quick overview of equipment here. So equipment we'll be using is this Axi motor for powering system. Then we have a Jetty Opto Spin 80. Great ESC, it's not here yet, but we have it. For the elevator and rudder, we're going to use these two Electron servo arms. Great servo arms, work absolutely great. For the ailerons, we don't need them. This with a clevis will be more than enough. Servos, we'll take some that are lying around. They're the SC1256TG. Coreless servos, I have those all around in the slick too. And I'll steal one out of the extra because the extra is kind of sadly lying there. We have to do a lot on that to get it flying again. Slick is getting repaired. We got the Revoc set for the Avanti. Slick landing gear repairs, it's almost done. I'll be flying that soon. And yeah, just a lot going on. The main video I'm working on currently is actually one for the L39, so it's currently getting fiberglassed and stuff like that. And you might have seen it in the background, but it's not in the background anymore. We have to get the Opto Spin 99 installed on the Katana. We got a new one for that, so that's something I also still have to do. No video on that. That's very simple. Yeah, but anyways, to Avanti I've gotten some turbine issues. We put a flight composite Tech U18 there, and I'm hoping we're going out flying today. Might do a video. It's quite foggy. I hope it will fly good, and yeah. So that's that. Anyways, so here, let's talk about what are we going to do. I have to find some wire somewhere lying around. I have a lot of excess wire. I have to find some wires that are long enough for this. Then, as strong connectors, I'll be soldering on some MPX connectors here. These are nice and strong and work great, so that's what I'll be using for that. So yeah, I guess first thing we can do, this is already glued in the hinging, so first thing we can do is, let me think about, we can get the hinges here glued in. This stuff, we can get that glued in. And I can take care of this back piece. So yeah, I'll see what I'll do next and I'll report back to you. So guys, my plan now is to first of all go ahead and get these here installed. So there used to be monocoat covering or just foil covering or a cover, but I had to cut that off because it was broken for me on the one side. It was like ironed together on accident, so I just had to cut it off. This is what it usually would look like, and then you just put that over top for a nice joint. I'll also cut it off there. So I'll probably go ahead, do one of these up, and then show you how that turned out. I'm pretty sure just use some CA for this. Not a very extreme task, I would say now. That would take some glue for long drying, so I'd probably just glue this on with some CA. So yeah, I'll see what I'll do here. So I'll be back as soon as these are done. So let's do that now. So guys, just very simply installed them with some CA. I cut off the vinyl fairly much on both sides. So I'll get the rest laid down with the heating iron until that's heating. While that's heating up, I'll go ahead and get everything prepped to glue in horns. So you basically have two types of horns. You have gotten this type twice for the ailerons. And I'm just getting the ones for elevator and rudder out, and then you have this. So you can see this is a different shape, a bit different than this. This has a substantial amount of more of grip down there, just because the rudder surface is extremely thin and the wing is a lot thicker, so it can manage that. So I'll get all of that prepped and this vinyl down, and then I'll show you how I prep it, and then we can get those glued. So let's do that now. So guys, I got everything prepped nicely with some electrical tape because I don't have any other tape currently. I always make sure to sand these down, the tabs. And yeah, I also cut off the vinyl because if you glue it onto the vinyl, there's literally no hold. I mean, it's kind of useless to do this, but it's just a bit of extra safety because you have more than enough hold just gluing into that balsa wood there. But just a bit of safety, and I've always done it like that, so it's just a bit of a habit and it's stronger. So yeah, I have no idea what this in the back here is, but I peeled off the tape and there was nothing, so I guess there is nothing. So next thing we'll do is get some, over in that mess, some 90-minute epoxy mixed up. This is like aero epoxy or high sol. It cures in 90 minutes. I'm going flying after this anyways. So yeah, I still did not do those, but yeah, so I'll get some aero epoxy. This here is burning. Get some aero epoxy mixed up and get all of these glued in. So let's do that now. So guys, let me demonstrate how I'll do this. I'll have to hold my phone with one hand. So the texture of this is like this creamy texture, and also it has also that creamy color. So yeah, so what we'll do is we'll take our thing out here, and there might be a better way of doing that, so I'll be right back. So guys, now you're on my stand and I have both hands to work with. So this is this creamy kind of texture. Looks, yeah, it is what it is. So go ahead as I take it. Just, this is like fairly straightforward. I don't think there are loads of different ways of doing this, but I'll get it all over there, nice and messy. Get this fitted in there once. Take it back out, lay it somewhere so the epoxy won't go over everything. I'll go ahead, put more epoxy in there. So I'm blowing in there so the epoxy goes deeper in there. So then we take our horn, just like so. Then that should be in there good amount. And then we go ahead, get rid of our excess epoxy. Get some nice seat lines done up here. Hope you can still see that halfway. Yeah, you can. So I use these stick things I've gotten around in here, which I used mixing, and this is just for excess epoxy. So as soon as that's done, we go ahead and peel off our thing. Since this is aero epoxy, the shape won't change of it. It will stay just in the position I put it in. Tricky part here is not getting it all over your hand and then having fingerprints everywhere. Which is usually a talent of mine, getting fingerprints all over a brand new airplane. Also my father has that talent too. We both get fingerprints all over our airplanes always, but since I've built quite a few now, I think we can get it done without fingerprints. The MB we got with, I think I got one fingerprint on there totally, which is a great record for me. So I've gotten some excess on the one side here. We can remove that, and this will be a bit shaky for a second, but so right here you have your beautiful seam lines. So yeah, kind of a little tutorial on how to do this. So I'll get done with the rest of it. So let's do that now. So guys, all done. So looking good everywhere. Gotten another project lying there, basically a fiberglass fuselage of a glider and some wood wings, and we're putting this on top there. So there will also be videos about this. I've gotten loads of projects, but back to the actual project currently. So everything installed, and this stuff is says 90 minutes, but it kicks off at about 90 minutes, and to fully cure takes about 10 hours in my opinion. So yeah, next thing we'll do, I'll go flying now probably. So I'll let this dry anyways until today evening, so we'll see until then. But next thing we'll probably do is get the servo readied up to get installed, or we'll put no, but actually before we can get the servo in, we have to get our leads here all done up. So yeah, I mean, I'll guess we'll do that first before we get that installed in there. So we'll get these multiplex connectors done up for this. Some very simple connectors and some strong connectors. They hold very well. So it's either some multiplex connectors with soldering, or we just put some normal power box ends on there. So we'll see. I'm not quite sure what we'll do, but yeah, that's the plan for now anyways. So let's get that wire done up. So let's do that now. So guys, we got our harnesses done up for the wing. Very simple here to the servo, and they're out. Here I can't show it properly because it's curved, but yeah, I did them up for both wings right away here. And next thing we'll do is get the servo for this wing hooked up to it, nicely run, and yeah, put some shrink tubing. So next thing we'll do is get the servo hooked up to this. So let's do that now. So guys, the lead is done up on the servo, nice shrink wrap over top of it. So for this plane, I'll use the servo wire as a length. Usually I wouldn't do that, I would bundle it up here, and that's only because we've got literally one lead, and as soon as I have to change the servo, I'll just pull out this whole lead, all of this, and then easy peasy put it back in. So next step to do is get all of this servo installed here, get these drilled out, and put some CA in the holes and do up the screws. So the screws, I don't have them anymore, I have to find some, but won't be an issue. So let's get on with it. So guys, I put the servo in, and then I drilled my holes, and then I just soaked the whole entire board of it's not plywood. No, it's not aircraft ply, but it's also not balsa. It's like something in between. And I basically went ahead and soaked it in medium CA. I like using medium CA for it. Takes a bit longer to go in, but it keeps the structure together a lot nicer than thin CA in my opinion. And I use this for basically anything. And yeah, so we've gotten our holes nicely filled here too. So we'll go ahead and get our screws installed into that. So let's do that now. So guys, I found 4 symmetrical screws. I hope I get to find that for the other 3 servos. But basically with all the treating we did with the wood, this is really not going anywhere. I really struggled getting those screws in there. And something I also do with my screws is I'll try to demonstrate with the screw. I'll kind of get glue, and I'll take some wood glue. It's this one, and then I'll get the wood glue. I'll tilt it to the side like this, of course with both hands. And I'll get the glue up in here, and I just go ahead and basically like put the screw in here, and then there will be a bit of a glob of wood glue on the bottom, and then I screw it in. That just ensures to have a nice grip of the screws, and that will make sure that your actual screws won't go anywhere if you don't want them to. So yeah, really nice. And next thing we'll do is I'll have to get my remote out of the car. Then we can get this thing centered, got our lead here. Then we can get this thing here centered. And then we can start up with the linkage. So yeah, I'll get my remote, get this thing centered, and then we'll see about the linkage. So guys, for the linkage, I made up my own one. We still have to do some adjustments so that this is straight. So it's a 2mm threaded rod from Kavan, this stuff. And then we got some 2mm 2M clevises. So yeah, basically I have to drill out a hole further down so there's no play or no slop in here. And I have to get a servo arm that's 1 notch bigger to make this here fit properly and work in a straight line. So yeah, I have to switch out the servo arm. And yeah, the original linkage was basically a ball link on this side, and then you had these things which I absolutely hate, and they always slip out, and they aren't very precise on the servo arm, and I did not like that setup, of course. So we're going with this. So I'll do the little changes, and next clip we should be finished with all of this. So let's go ahead and do that. So guys, very happy, everything's Loctited in. I ended up going with the same servo arm that was originally, because I couldn't really find one that would fit. It was either a bit into this direction or a bit into this. Was no perfect thing, but this works absolutely perfect. There's absolutely no slop in this system. So as you can see, no slop free. If I go on here or if I go on here, it's all very slop free. And let's get my remote up here and we can move it. This is just 100. Everything's set on 100. Let's go into menus. Let's see where's my aileron. This is my aileron. Let's get that up. What's that? Yeah, so that should, let me check. Increase that. So yeah, that's max deflection. That's more than enough. That's definitely more than enough for aileron. You won't ever need more for any aileron. So yeah, very happy about that. Moves great. Put that back down. Go here, put that back down to where it was originally. Nice. So yeah, and if you want, I can make a video for those of you who still use Futaba and want a video on how I set up my models and all of that. Then you can just write that in the comments, and then I'll probably, while doing the setup for this plane, show you on my radio. So yeah, that's probably it for today. It was quite exhausting getting all of this figured out and done up properly, but it is done. Really happy about this. So yeah, next step is to do the other wing. Of course, it's the exact same procedure, so I won't show you a lot. So I probably won't show you any of that. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and complete this wing, and then we'll have 2 complete wings. So let's do that now. So guys, second wing is all done. Everything is exactly the same like on the other one. Other one's right here. So yeah, next thing we'll get to doing is something on the fuselage. I'll get it here and then we'll see what we'll do, because I have no idea yet. So let's do that now. So guys, I've gotten my plugs done up here. So these are 2 wires together. One of the wires is a Frankenstein, because I had only one wire that was about 1 meter long, and the other one is just a lot of small wires soldered together. You can see the shrink tubing here. I mean, you'll never notice it if you look at it. You'll only really notice it if you know it's there or if you're looking for it. So yeah, those 2 wires are together here for the servos. And yeah, so what my thinking was is I've gotten this hole on the same same positioning as on the other side, just this one is higher, it's up there, so they're at the same. So this hole is there and the other hole is exactly on the same height of the sides, but this one obviously is a lot higher. So what I thought is I'll install the servo. If I think about it, that is not that smart, honestly. So we'll change it. We'll install the top servo first and then run the wire down here and then run everything down there. So yeah, let's get our servo, one of the servos attached on here already, on here. Then we can pull this lead here through to that side and get the one servo installed. So let's do that now. So guys, we got the wire bundled up, shrink tubing on there. We got the other wire out on the other side, right there. And we got all of the whole wooden bracket here soaked in some CA all around as much as I could. So next thing to do is to get the servo in there and screwed in. So let's do that now. So guys, one side is completely done, screwed in, as you can see, and the other side is also already all prepped, shrink tube. So on this one there was no lead on it, so I took advantage of it and made a very short one on, so I don't have to bundle anything up majorly. So yeah, basically this is all done, ready to be run forward. So next thing we'll do is get all of this run forward and get the servo screwed in, of course. So let's do that now. So guys, both sides are done. I poked a little hole right here, a little oopsie, but we'll get some sticker over there or something like that. Well, you won't see it at the end of the day. And yeah, it took me quite some dedication getting this wire back through these tiny holes back there. And I even had to CA the wires to the piece of wire that, maybe we'll focus right here. I had to CA the wires to the piece of wire here to get it pulled through. But yeah, it is through now. Happy about it. And looking nice and tidy all the way back. And yeah, happy about this. So the next thing we'll be doing would be to probably glue in the elevator or something like that. Let's get that off of there. But I have no idea honestly currently what I'm gonna do. So I might just get the rudder glued in, and then we might put the landing gear on, because the elevator is like, I have to get everything measured out with the wings and stuff like that, because this does not fit very tightly. It's like a very loose fit, and that's done so because of this piece, because it's not out, and to make it look nicer. But it will take quite a bit of effort getting that all into there. And even tells, usually on an RV you wouldn't have to measure anything out, but on the Sukhoi apparently you do. It even tells you here in the manual that you should measure it out. So yeah, that is what it is. So I'm currently deciding, but I'll probably get the rudder glued on. So let's do that now. So guys, good tip time for you. So basically I didn't have a thin CA with me, so I tried doing it with thick CA or with medium CA, and that definitely does not work, because as you can see on the hinges, the glue will stay in the middle and won't soak any of the actual CA hinge. So yeah, that was a fail. I have to wait until, today we're driving away to holidays anyway, so I won't be doing the rudder now. So yeah, we'll see. We might still do some of the landing gear, get that on, but I really don't know yet about that. So we'll see. So that's it for now, at least, or I think. So yeah, I'll do next whatever I'll do next. So guys, I got the wings on, and it's still the same day, and I decided to go ahead and get the elevator ready for gluing. So if you're wondering how this goes in, so you have to get the actual elevator surface, take it like this, right here, and then it kind of slides through. If you try to do it the correct way, it won't work. So basically, okay, I just put it in the completely wrong way. So it has to go like this actually, for this side to be correct, and still the wrong side because I've gotten my arm there. Okay, this is kind of a bit tricky because there's so many ways you can do it the wrong way, but finally got it the right way in here. And now we just put this in like this, and all of that sitting in there happily. So yeah, this is, as you can see, wobbly and not tightly fitted. So yeah, I'll get to gluing this in next. So let's do that now. So guys, here I got everything set up. So I have used this, just some paper here to get this nicely and snug fitted. Then I put this tape line here to know where I can put it back to. So I'll take this out now, and so basically then I'll put all of the glue on, and then I can snugly put that back to it where it's supposed to be, which is right here. So yeah, that's the way, or sorry, you couldn't see it, so I can do this and then snugly put this back to place. So the measurement you're looking for is from this tip right here to this back piece here is 48 centimeters is the measurement you're looking for on both sides. So I basically went ahead, put the thing in, and measured it out with my eyes, and I got it spot on without using any measuring tool on both sides. So it's 48 centimeters on each side is the measurement you're going for. So yeah, basically next thing we're going to do is get the elevator glued in, and then we'll stay here curing until I'm back from holidays, I guess. So kind of have to get figured out what is straight really, but that won't be an issue, I hope at least. So yeah, that's the next step I'll be doing, so let's do that now. So guys, for now the video for the shoe is finished. We're about on the 30-minute mark, I think. Let's check. So I would have loved to get the linkages done in the back, but I have no thin CA currently on me, so we can't do that. So that will be done in the next video. I'll go pick up some tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. And yeah, with that said, don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button and hit that bell so you'll see all of my following videos, and I'll see you in the next one.